Look at yours.
Oh my gosh!
Is there a shoe can?
Those are.
We need a shoe can.
I would 100% steal this whole vibe.
Thank you.
And just do my shows.
I wore it just for you.
God,
I wore it for you.
Great. So, how does it feel to be starring in Cabaret? This is a big role.
Yeah.
Is this your first Broadway thing?
Yeah.
Are you? Is it like nerves but excited?
It's been like wild because, you know, I was doing theater right up until I auditioned for Idol.
Yeah.
So it was always sort of the trajectory I was on.
Yeah.
I did Wicked. I did the first national tour of Wicked, so I rehearsed here in New York with a Broadway, you know, company. So I got really close to being on Broadway.
Yeah.
Did that for a few years and then auditioned for the show, and that fork in the road took me into music,
Yeah.
which I have loved and I will continue to do. But doing this show has been like, it's almost like what would have happened if I had not done it? If I had not done it, what would have my life looked like? And this childhood dream of being in a Broadway show is coming true. It's like really, really fun. Yeah.
It's a fun character, too.
This
what
show
a fun character to get to play, yeah.
I mean, he is wild and weird and no holds barred.
Which is
He's very
awesome.
free. It's very me, you know. I get to wear a little eyeshadow. I'm happy. He's very strange and a bit provocative. He's a bit naughty.
Yeah.
The show's.
I love all of these adjectives.
Yeah, they're all. I'll just come up with some. Let me get Helen Mirren's book and I'll start.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I know.
That was beautiful.
Anytime I know she speaks, and then I'm like, why am I here? I don't. I don't know. Why are you here, man? I don't know what to say.
One more monologue. Come on, please.
No, but your new EP. Let's talk about your music as well. So it's called Afters. This is kind of racy as well, like the Cabaret. Yeah. Was it planned to go at the same time, or just happenstance?
Not really. I mean, yeah. Someone pointed that out. They're like, well, this is sort of like your.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They were just. They were giving me a, you know, a facial. You know?
I'll take that facial
regular one.
for
A regular
one.
one. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
Totally.
Yeah, it's
it's
a bit naughty. It's the music's a bit.
It's not naughty. It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Everybody has that side to them.
Everyone likes to play in the bedroom.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
no matter
if you don't, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You're
exactly.
missing out. Yeah.
And that, you know, it's to get a little corny for a minute. That's one of the things that I love about performing songs from Afters, being on Broadway with Cabaret, is that it doesn't really matter what your preferences are. You know, sexuality, the urge to connect with people is universal, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
And if we start looking at how we're the same, you know, it's the same, you know?
And it's one of those things that's just, I don't know, I feel like everybody has that side to them, and it's like, even as a creator, like as an artist, you get to like take even this one moment that you felt like, you know, you're sexiest or whatever, and you get to make a whole little song about that? You know, you make a whole album, that's exciting.
It's, you know, I don't know about everybody out there, but like, if I look in the mirror and I feel sexy, I feel confident.
Yeah.
And I feel like powerful, and I feel like, oh, I can do whatever I want to do, you know? And that's what this album's about. It's about like being comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, and confident.
And connecting and sharing it,
Yes, absolutely. Well, is Afters the most liberating, you feel like, record-wise?
I definitely edited myself less than I ever have.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're in a session and you're like writing with people and you're trying to come up with a rhyme for the next line in the verse.
Yeah.
And someone says something really ridiculous and you all laugh and you're like, we can't do that.
And they're like, or can we?
Yeah, that was this album. I was like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's do the naughty rhyme and like, this, why not?
Yeah, it's fun, it's playful.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Thank you.
You're doing so well. We need to stop for another commercial break, y'all. Adam's EP Afters is available wherever you buy your music. And if you're in New York, be sure to go see him in Cabaret at the August Wilson Theater.